They say that truth is stranger than fiction. But what if it were the fiction that we're creating the strangeness of the reality? Am I sounding pretentious enough yet? Well, that's because we've got to get into the mindset of one troubled artist and author, Mr. Alan Wake. Hello, everybody. I'm Galactic Odyssey, and I'm so excited to welcome you to Alan Wake 2. I am not a horror gamer. This is going to be the first one to undertake for me, so I'm a little bit nervous. But the reason I've decided to play is I had such a good time with Control, which, as I understand, Control is in the same universe as Alan Wake. And I thought I am very much interested in seeing how altered world events and other strange goings-on will continue to get fleshed out here in Alan Wake 2. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and do this on normal difficulty. I'm not overly familiar with the Alan Wake mechanics. I'm roughly familiar with the basic storyline of the first game. But you know what? We're here for the lore. We're going to read items, we're going to pick up notebooks, journals, and we're going to figure out the story along the way. And I couldn't be more excited to have you along for the ride. So thank you for watching, and here we go.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Oh wow, we are in the driver's seat. A little more scantily clad, shall we say, than I expected. But here we are, though. Man, so okay, things we know. Alan Wake, tortured writer, had a spouse or significant other known as Alice, who went into the dark place. He had to go into said dark place to save her, where he quickly realized his fiction was capable of reshaping reality, right? To a certain extent, he's made numerous attempts to escape by rewriting the story. Please, just even a loincloth, a Speedo, anything would be helpful. No, I guess that's too much to hope for. So yeah, so Alan Wake is still, as far as we know, or at least from the Alan Wake DLC, from the Control game, we know he is still somewhere in that dark place, but is trying his best to write his way out of his predicament. Now, who are we controlling right now? It could be potentially Dr. Hartman. He was the psychologist from the first one. But then, of course, he was an antagonist of the Alan Wake DLC of Control, and I'm pretty sure he was destroyed. So maybe it's not him. I don't know. The we don't really have a good look at his face. We have a good just the wildlife. We don't have a good look at his face. We have a good look at God, everything else though. Whoa. Was that... Maybe that was... Okay, well, I was going to say that could be Alan Wake himself. However, I recall from one of his previous chapters, there is some sort of dark alter ego known as Mr. Scratch, right? Kind of like Alan Wake's evil doppelganger, you know, manifestation of his worst side. Sprinting, there we go. Now you're speaking my language, game. Could probably afford to use a little cardio. So yeah, we'll see to what extent we're getting tie-ins from previous stories. Oh man. All right. What was that? Just an apparition? My imagination? Bit of undigested beef? There's more of gravy than of grave for that. Now there's a literature reference. I'll let you look that one up. Oh, man. I'm also really wondering to what extent the Federal Bureau of Control is going to be involved in the goings-on here. Very excited to see how this unfolds. And I assume that whoever we're playing has emerged from the dark place and is now in the real world once again, but... Oh, God. That doesn't seem real good. Are we being chased right now? Oh, I'm hearing... Is that somebody shooting at me? Okay. Oh, no! There's somebody... Oh, God. Oh, no. Wow. Out of the frying pan into the fire, huh? Alright, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this is scripted. I hope. Cult of the Tree. You know, there's a lot of deer imagery. There was the deer in the lake at the beginning. Oh no, I need that. There was the deer in the lake. There's the deer mask here that the cultists are wearing. I'm also going to assume that the audio cutting in and out is deliberate to sort of give a heightened sense of terror and dread and anticipation. It also kind of sounds like a radio. I don't know. Is that intentional? Sounds like a radio flipping between channels. Oh. Okay, lest there was any doubt as to what game is being portrayed. There we are. Wow, what a start.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
Oh, Night Springs. I think
No
Alan Wake was a
spoilers.
writer for a couple of episodes
I'll
of
let
that
you get
show
back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch
in
with
his
me.
past,
I love you both.
before he
This
had
is
his
what
solo
happens when
career.
you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
The apple does not fall far from the tree, I suppose.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay.
Interesting. Is this a partnership
Any
or a
words of
mentorship
advice?
situation?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work.
All right, Cauldron Lake. Very epicenter
A deputy
of
was supposed to be here to show us to the
strange
crime scene.
goings-ons.
There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
Return 1. Huh. What does that mean? Interesting.
Worth
Okay.
Memorizing before we get swallowed up by the trees.
Yeah. I'm just going to take a quick look around. All right, well, things are
I should take a
looking
look at that map.
crisp and amazing. No motorized vehicles. Protect the trails. Yep. Copy that. Wow, look how lush everything is. Absolutely amazing. So, okay, they said the killer. I'm assuming, though, that we're meant to know from the cutscene it's probably killers, plural, if this is a full-on cult. Danger. FBC. Oh, Federal Bureau of Control. Here we go. Here's our one of our first references right away. FBC security perimeter gate entry for authorized personnel only. Restricted area, toxic volcanic gas. Sure.
The Federal Bureau of Control? That's a new one. Toxic volcanic gas, huh?
Yeah,
The
be highly
FBC
suspicious.
is an obscure branch. It only shows up for unusual cases.
Unexplained
Well, what's so
phenomena, I
unusual
think is the
about
term you're
volcanic
looking for.
gas?
Beats me.
Right. Okay, well, very interesting.
Locked. They really don't want people coming in here.
Yeah, okay. Got it. Cool. So, well, there is stuff for us to find here off the beaten path, so it's good to know that exploration is being rewarded already. Oh, here are more somethings. What do we got here? Oh, variety of some of our first journal entries to read, or maybe not journal, but materials at least. The rarest wildlife in the Pacific Northwest. So we've got some bird watchers here, nature lovers at least. I finally made my way to Cauldron Lake. The fence was easy to climb over with the proper gear and skills which I thankfully possess. Next goal, spotting the rare and elusive orange-crowned warbler. A little late in the season, but hopefully I can catch it before it begins its journey south. I've noticed intriguing behavior in the surrounding common bird life. They seem to be alarmed and swarm around the lake. No birds of prey nearby. There are some strange sounds carried on the wind, however. Nothing I can recognize or explain. Getting a little concerned, I might have to find another spot, somewhere safer. The sounds are getting closer. It's a cult. Run. Moved inland. Foliage is stunning. Must come back in the fall. Had to stop and sketch this gorgeous vine maple. Just at the way, probably just look at the way the Methuselah's beard hangs off it. This is why trees are better than people. Speaking of people, saw some drunk guy staggering around the forest earlier, acting weird. Maybe drugs? Kept my distance. Should probably find another spot. So annoying. Okay, so the bird watcher and the tree lover are probably the two that we spotted up on that cliff, and they are the ones that gate crashed the ritual. you would think. After I saw that weirdo guy, I decided to change spots again, moved up the mountain a bit. Found a fantastic overlook to camp at. But I'm more interested in this Alaska onion grass, invasive but edible and surprisingly tasty. Started hearing wolves or wild dogs or something like 10 minutes ago, but they sound wrong. Rabies? Want to leave, but the sun is going down and my stupid phone is dead. Gonna hide in the tent and hope they go away. Something is really not right about this place. Oh, we can actually properly zoom in and take a look at that stuff. Very cool. All right. Well, as far as to why the wildlife sound wrong, I don't know if it actually was wolves they were hearing or my theory. Check this, is maybe it's the wildlife being possessed by whatever inhabits the dark place, and or the hiss from Control, because we know that they're also kind of like a parallel dark force, or maybe they're just like a different manifestation of the Alan Wake darkness. Not 100% sure how they're going to align. All right, hold up. I just want to take a look around. Don't mind me. Oh, nope. All right, so the exploration has its limits, at least for the moment. No problem. All right, we'll take a look at the map. Hope there's a coffee for me. Did you bring enough to share? The map displays key locations in the area. Okay, let's take a quick look. And what do we have going on here? Oh, it's still loading in. Okay. So major points of interest. Oh yeah, a lot still needed to load in. Your home in the pines, rental cabins, Boning Lake Path, general store, Witch's Hut, Witch's Ladle, Crowfoot Hills, Cauldron Lake Shore. I assume the Cauldron Lake Shore is where we came ashore. We meaning our naked self earlier.
I think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Hey, over here.
Who is this? Oh, the local 5-0. All right.
Agent Casey,
This is our
right?
crime scene now.
Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Yeah, I'll be the one asking the questions here.
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that,
All right, Mulligan, but you're on thin ice.
Patrol agent's right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
You know what? I'm already suspicious of this guy. See his sheriff's badge got is that a deer antler thing? I'm immediately kind of suspicious of deer iconography, given what we've witnessed in the cult. But that's neither here nor there. I could use a briefing. Any witnesses? I'm assuming that the smaller print is like side questions, and then the bigger print is like to advance the conversation. So let's be thorough.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be,
Yeah. Look, I've seen
Inside.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. You don't have to spare my feelings.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
All right,
I want to see the body.
lead on.
How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced
Man, the
off.
facial animations are so
Store,
good.
campground, all of it.
Hey, Mulligan, tell him I'm here waiting. I'll show him around.
They got it, Thornton.
All right, much appreciated. That keep out sign is just a suggestion when you're a
Before we
fed.
get to the crime scene,
like
there's time
myself.
to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
Ooh, look at that view. Oh, what's this? You can access the case board inside the Mind Palace. Place. Mind Place.
Version and palace technique.
Oh, it is a
Sift
Mind
through
Palace
clues and
of
work the
sorts.
case. Building the mind place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts
Oh, very
are on the
neat.
board.
All right, this is what we know. By the by, I should mention I'm getting a
Everything
little
we
bit
know
of
about the previous murders.
strange audio
Worth
issues.
taking
I'm
another
hoping to
look.
clean it up all right, but there may still be some here in the episode. Not sure. Some like audio desync and stuttering issues. I'm getting good frames, but the audio's a little off. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. The case board is a mental technique that allows Saga to analyze clues and progress the investigation. Let's take a closer look. Use this to zoom in. We've got the previous murders. Okay. Well, let's... Got it. Okay. Let's take a look at some of this stuff here. And it looks like some text pops up as well when we mouse over it, so we probably want to read that as well. A series of murders have occurred around the town of Bright Falls. Finding the connections will help our search for the killer. Let's start from the top. The victims. All victims reported missing in 2010, which is when the original game came out, right? Alan Wake 1. No other commonalities. Ted Lane. Dentist, stab wounds, bloating, bruising on the wrists. Victim was reported missing 2010, discovered 2012, buried in a shallow grave. Wendy Davis, teacher, body bloated, large chest wound, found in Cauldron Lake 2018. Some organs missing. Predation, meaning she was preyed upon by the wildlife, is their theory, right? State of the body does not match 8 years spent in a lake. Percy Wolf, store owner, bruising, heart removed, strange tattoos, found 2 weeks ago. Chest wound was ruled as cause of death. Tattooing on the body is illegible. Sounds like cult victims to me. Murder method. Slight difference in murders. Bloating, only commonality in bodies, but not cause of death. Chest trauma. Exposure to water post-mortem. Bruising on wrists and legs. Deep gash in chest, heart missing, and all bodies experienced bloating. I'm guessing it's the cultists are trying to appease the darkness, right? It would kind of stand to reason. You kill your victim, you toss them to the entity that lives down there, and survive another year or whatever the deal they're trying to strike is. Killer profile. Post-mortem tattooing on the body. Victim number 3 was covered in illegible tattoos. A message from the killer, maybe, or their art. The murder targets have no discernible common traits, apart from going missing in 2010. Nothing in common, and chest trauma resembles animal butchery techniques. Thus, killer may be sportsman or a hunter. Or just a big steak enthusiast. Who's to say? Any other clues we can see in here? Really, we're just leaving random fast food trash here in our Mind Palace? Come on, Saga. We're better than this. And this is presumably our kiddo, right? A deer head in here, which I'm suspicious of. And there's I guess that's our partner, right? It's kind of hard to tell. What does that say? I'm trying to see what it says. It says Logan, right? Which is the name of our kiddo. What does that say? Yeah, I can't really see what that says. But anyway, let's see what else is in here. Oh, we're imbibing some kind of beverage over there. I can't see what it's called. Arma, maybe? Is that what it says? We are definitely a wine enthusiast, a pistol enthusiast, a liquor enthusiast. We've got diverse interests, it would seem. Okay, Okay, some interesting artwork. Case files here. There's a copy of the map that we pulled from the park earlier. Anything else of interest here? The Greater Washington area. Something Deer Diner. The solution is in the details. A little bit of meta commentary to the players, I would think, right? Unsolved mysteries. Okay. I think we're good here. And this kind of looks like a chessboard down there.
I
Coincidence?
see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started.
Oh.
Let's head down
Visiting
the hill
the
to
mine.
the crime scene.
Visiting the Mind Palace or a place does not pause,
Fucking
so
nature gives me a
mind your surroundings.
There's too much sky.
We can't escape into our own mind when we're being chased by cultists in the future. Good to know. All right. Well, I am going to do just a little bit of light investigative work, if you don't mind, there, partner. It's
Hey,
kind of hard
Casey.
to know.
You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Yeah, I was just going to say,
Real
if this
funny,
is a
Anderson.
story, this is a story that's being written by Alan Wake. Let's be careful of the tropes we're engaging in, right? I was going to say it's hard to know how far afield to go exploring. Like, I don't want to waste
I'll be
everybody's
back in a
time
second.
Roger.
by just, going too far. Oh, but no. Maybe this is paying off. Can't interact with it at the moment. But maybe we'll snag a key somewhere. I do want to try to be as thorough as possible. Again, like, I'm not on the clock here. I'm not trying to be particularly rushed or quick about playing through this, so I enjoy taking my time to explore. But I also don't want to waste people's time. I want to be efficient with the time that we do have here, so there's a balance to be struck. Bright Falls Record. Chaos at Cauldron Lake. Rampage at the rental cabins. Unidentified man attacks vacationers in the dead of night. This is my newscaster voice. Sunday. An idyllic evening of barbecuing and late-night fishing was violently disrupted Saturday as a mysterious assailant attacked park visitors, causing chaos and destruction. They needed a copy editor for that word. At the cabins. The incident left 3 people injured, one of which has been admitted to the county hospital. As to whether the attacker is still at large, Bright Falls police have yet to make an official statement, leaving local residents in a state of uncertainty. Witnesses to the crime were visibly shaken, one of whom stated, "One minute we were laughing and toasting some marshmallows, the next we heard screaming coming up from the cabins. We didn't know what was going on, so we called the police and started running in the opposite direction," said Kurt Mill. Another eyewitness who preferred to remain anonymous said, "It's like he appeared out of nowhere. Suddenly my dog starts barking his head off, and this psycho guy comes crashing through the trees. Don't think I'll ever feel safe in the forest again." A representative from the rental cabins who chose to remain anonymous wanted to remind customers, "If you have plans to stay in our lovely cabins later this summer, please get in touch with us as we may need to rejigger some of the reservations based on the state of the cabin that you have rented with us." The representative went on further to remind future and potential guests of the wonderful amenities that can be found in their company's brochures and on the website, which is real nice, state of the art. My nephew made it, and he's a real computer whiz. Does a hike a day keep depression away? It might be bright, sunny July, but it's never too soon to start worrying about the gloomy months of autumn ahead. That's right, in the grand scheme of life, those dead, depressing days are just around the corner. Have you been taking your vitamin D? Probably not, but for all of you thinking there's got to be another way, there's good news. Hiking has been proven to be incredibly beneficial to your mental and emotional health, so get on out there and do it. Just don't forget a flashlight in case it gets dark. That's actually very true. Walking is quite good for you. Just a little bit of day, and it actually, is one of the healthiest things that you can do. Missing Doberman found on the trail. A heartfelt reunion took place this weekend when Mrs. Amanda Smith was reunited with her beloved dog, Coffee Bean. CB, as his owner refers to him, had been missing for 3 days, and Mrs. Smith was afraid she would never see her best friend again. "When I got the call, I couldn't believe my ears," she said. "I must have asked, 'Am I dreaming?' at least 7 or 8 times." Is she dreaming? That begs the question. It was actually 9 times, confirmed Ranger Stevenson, the man responsible for finding the wayward canine. "It's rare that you get to give those kinds of calls, and I feel real grateful to have had the opportunity. What with all the predators out there, usually you're telling folks that you found their dogs dead, their cats eaten, you know. And so it felt real good to give some good news, even if Coffee Bean is in kind of rough shape. The fur will grow back, sure, but, well, I suppose that's all I should say about that." Maybe we should go pay a visit to what was that? Mrs. Amanda Smith. So if people are reappearing and disappearing at random, how do the animals play into all this? And last but not least, Bright Fall's own virtual baking champ. Little Sally Upton's whole family erupted into cheers when she won the big match this weekend. Was she playing soccer? Tennis? No, in this brave new world that we live in, her family was cheering her on as she won a match in a game that exists only on the information superhighway. The game in question was Mega Baking Star, in which players compete to make the tastiest treats and sweetest eats for their virtual judges online. Bright Falls congratulates Sally on her big win. Mega Baking Star. Maybe I'll do a Let's Play of that next. Sally thinks she's hot stuff, but she's never played Mega Baking Star against me, let me tell you that. It's kind of helpful that our partner here kind of stops and waits for us, because it kind of gives us an area to search or like to be aware that there may be something of interest for us to find. Starting fires is prohibited. Please do not fuel the wildlife. Raccoons may be cute, but they are not cuddly and leave no trace. Yeah. Raccoons are notoriously trash bandits. Trash pandas. You know. Rapscallions they are. Man, it's so beautiful. I would actually love to go camping out here. IRL.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
Easy. All right. More topography reading. Mirror Peak. The mighty mountain in the distance is no other than Mirror Peak, the iconic landmark overlooking Cauldron Lake. From the right angle, its beauty will be reflected on the calm surface of the lake, mirrored in all its inverted glory. Because there is an actual another world, or alternate world, below the surface of said lake. It's a very on-the-nose name. All right. Just hold tight 1 sec here, partner. I'm just going to take a quick look-see over here. All right, here's the campground proper. We may get turned around here. I'm not sure.
I think I saw something. It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
All right, here's a little alternate trail. What is this? What am I looking at? Is that just a tree branch, or is that blood? I'm seeing things. Certainly footprints of some kind, right? Ooh, okay. There's a little... What is this? A wind chime, or a symbol of... I don't know what that is. Alright, there's something here. Painted rock, okay. Mortar Falls. The powerful feat of nature will revive the spring as it does the surrounding nature. The churning, grinding waters at the bottom of the falls resemble a mortal and pestle, quite like the one the Witch of Cauldron Lake is fabled to have used to travel through the night sky. So the power of myth is obviously going to be pretty important here. Not only because Alan Wake is a storyteller, but
Is that a kid's lunchbox?
what is this?
An Alex Casey movie lunchbox.
Haha.
Casey
My dad
hates
used
the
to
endless
say,
jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
that's real, like Encyclopedia Brown, Nancy Drew, Hardy Boys energy, you know? My dad used to say, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Not sure where the tough get going to, but maybe you'll find it inspiring. Manuscript fragments 2. Huh. Is that a... Okay. Manuscript fragments can be used to upgrade weapons in the Mind Place. Oh. Well, that is quite handy. All right, here's our pistol magazine. Not that kind of magazine, the other kind of magazine. Although their other kind of magazine is presumably a part of this. This month we get inside the barrel of the law enforcement sidearm, the PGC 821. Nova Arms, 200 years of excellence, a review of their best products. The tank of sidearms built for durability. So, what do we get here? Hold this to activate auto fire. Are these the only 3 weapon upgrades we have? Land 2 headshots in quick succession to stun enemy. Increases magazine size by 50%. The bullet kind, not the magazine this kind. You get the idea. Okay. No, we can peace out. All right. Well, that was a productive side. I keep hitting spacebar to sprint, but it's not. So I apologize. If you see her spaz out like that, that's on me.
Good to see you still in one piece, Anderson. Forest can be a dangerous place.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
All right.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
I'm not too worried with when I'm with you, partner.
Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Yeah, not likely. Oh, look at this. Overgrown phone booth in the middle of nowhere. Uh-oh. I think we're meant to be having a heartfelt conversation over there, but... We're meant to be up there, but I just want to poke my head around real quick.
I'll look around. See you in a bit.
Take your time.
I will take my time. Again, I'm not sure to what extent we'll be able to come back and look at any of this later. I don't think it's open world, right? Like it seems to be somewhat linear, more linearly based than Control was, for instance.
Water's
All right,
too
we
deep.
can't go into the muck. But what is this? Flare? Camping do's and don'ts. Oh, what do we have here? We picked up... Okay, where can I see what I picked up here? I was looking more for an inventory, actually. Is there an eye for inventory, or we should check that. I would like to know what exactly it is I have. Oh, control. Okay. So, charm slots let you equip charms to enhance Saga's abilities. Only charms can be equipped in the charm slot. Got it. So we've got our sidearm here, handgun ammo. Looks like we picked that up. Battery pack. Ooh, very good for charging the flashlight. Trauma pad, which is for healing. Cool. All right. We are already in a much better position than we started out. I don't know. Oh, cool. We will be allowed to go to the witch's hut. All right. Let's read up on it. Here lived the Witch of Cauldron Lake. Beware, her spirit may still haunt this place. Very spooky. I don't believe in witches or magic or any of that. Oh god, it's dark. I believe in witches and magic and everything. Huh, curious. Somebody actually live here? I mean, there's no beds, so... But presumably the cultists have been in here, right? Okay. There's nothing to pick up. I'm also just seeing if there's any context clues of... Oh, there's some stuff out there I could see through the window. Maybe that's the point of me coming up through here. Some beer bottles. The local youths, I'm sure. Yeah, they're letting us go pretty far afield, actually. I'm a bit surprised. All right. Friday. Midge told me today that her family's moving away. This sucks. I haven't even told her that I like her yet. What's the point anymore? She said her parents want to get better jobs and get her to a better school in a big city. I guess that's fair. Who wants to say in Bright fucking Falls? Sunday. So I told her. She said thanks. Fucking kill me. Monday. I snuck out again last night. Went to the big house by the lake instead of just watching it from here like I always do. Instead of sitting around like I always do. Screw that. Anyway, something weird is going on down there. I'm going to find out what. Going to go back there tomorrow with better gear. I bet I could find a way inside the buildings to take some photos. It's going to be epic. The big house by the lake. So I'm assuming that's not just the witch's house, right? All right, what's in here? What can I steal from here? Nothing. Not even a beer left over? All right, nothing useful to pick up, it doesn't look like. Oh!
A lunchbox again.
I may have spoken too soon.
Who's leaving these out here?
Yeah, right? I know things can get a little crazy around here, but if you're ever feeling scared, just remember that Alan is watching over us. So he has already kind of passed into legend. Which, I mean, he's writing that legend, right? So I guess that makes sense. Yeah, still trying to wrap my head around the way that Alan Wake's fiction is continuing to have an impact on the outside world, right? Like, that's a very interesting relationship that I don't completely understand yet. Alright, what do we have here? The Witch's Ladle. There is no mystery in Cauldron Lake being named after its cauldron shape, and yet there are many mysterious stories about the lake. It being a gloomy doorway to the underworld, or of a witch whose cauldron the lake really was. The legend tells that when the affections of a local sheriff went unanswered, he accused the lady in question of having bewitched him. She was drowned, but her dropped ladle grew into a strange tree named Witch's Ladle. The woman returned to avenge her wrongdoers. If she was not a witch before, she was one now. She killed the sheriff, drowning him in the lake. Then she took out his heart and locked it in a box. With the heart, she would summon him from the lake to exact revenge on her behalf. Or so the legend goes. Kind of sounds like a Davy Jones Pirates of the Caribbean situation. Not exactly. Just with the heart. Ooh, footprints here. Ooh, can I pick up this note? Guess not. And notice that her heart is ripped here. Sure, that's pretty deliberate. And if I'm not mistaken, she was the antagonist of Alan Wake 1, right? She was the one who was, well, or at the very least, the evil was sort of manifesting through taking her shape, right? Anyway, let's try to meet back up with our partner at this point. Can I pull up the map here? Okay, interesting. Yep. So what are all... I wish I had a legend here. So point of interest, the witch sign, murder site. Okay, I just need to go around to the right. Yeah, I don't know what some of these marks are that we've written on here, but I'm sure we'll figure that out over time. All right, so we dropped down from there. And then, is this the general store? Something like that. And I guess this is where the body is. Oh yeah, here's the altar.
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you.
Did you get lost, Anderson?
So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real?
Yeah, Roswell's my middle name.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
No, but for real, if you knew the things I knew about the Federal Bureau of Control, you would be on cloud nine there, deputy.
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. And we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me
Okay.
a coffee.
Let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
Well, bloated, for sure.
Body is
Bound,
positioned on
heart
the
missing.
table. Ritualistic.
You unlocked your first key image. You can place it in the case board inside the mind place. This allows Saga to see active clues. The key image can be selected and placed
Body
on the
turns
case
up just
board.
as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Oh, very cool. Another body's been found in the woods near Bright Falls. Perfect timing. Need to see if this is linked to killings we're here to investigate. Okay, begins a new line of investigation. Got it. It'll prompt a new question. Objectives are viewable. Goals down here. You are now free to examine it. Got it. Okay. And then there's Alex Casey lunchboxes. Let's put that up on here as well.
Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message?
Probably an altered world event, and these are like objects of power, right? Should keep an eye out for others. Yep. Bright Falls area, Cauldron Lake area. Who left these? Yeah, okay, so let's come back out here.
Step 1. Examine the corpse.
Oh, examine it again? Oh, got it. You can collect clues from the body to progress the
The
investigation.
killer left the heart right next to the body. Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down.
Yep, fits the MO. All right. Okay. Gross. Newly discovered clues can be placed into the open question. Like so, I guess. Yep.
Heart
Got it.
But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
The clues have resolved the open question and unlocked a deduction. As you advance the investigation, new questions will be unlocked, updating your goals. And we can check the updated goals down here. Okay, learn more about the victim and the killer. So the deduction is the murderer watches previous cases, but interrupted, may find some new leads this time. Okay, we'll leave for now.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues.
Okay. I don't know how hard I'll be needing to look, you know? Like if the prompts will come up pretty
Multiple
readily,
people were
I
here.
guess.
Multiple killers?
I also don't know how far afield to walk. What are these cases? Gasoline? Just to look at the corpse again,
Large
or what?
amount of blood on the table.
Okay.
The victim died here.
Deduction available. So, multiple sets of footprints for the killers, right? And heavy blood splatter on the table for... So the killers? Okay.
Boot prints, indicating multiple killers. Quite the
Crime
party.
of passion or premeditated? I mean, I think it was premeditated. That's what it seemed like to me. But then again, I'm kind of cheating because I was there.
Did they plan for the murder to happen here?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say yes, but...
Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over.
Oh, these are the
Was it
bird
for a
watchers.
camera?
Yeah.
Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting.
Yeah, for the yellow-bellied sapsucker or whatever it was. Okay. So... about back here? Got a
A
lantern.
creepy twig sculpture?
Ooh, this is the triangle shapes are definitely reminiscent of Control, of the shape of the board, right?
Wonder what's inside. I should take a look around
Confused?
for a way to open this thing.
Confused? Follow these steps. Wash your hands. Take the chicken out of the fridge. Take a nap. Right. Wash hands. So sink, fridge, and then bed to presumably find a password of some kind. So we'll go
I want to
inside.
walk around for a minute.
You know where to find me.
So wash your hands. Here we go. I am not seeing a number. I do see that symbol there, though, again. Interesting. It's not the same. Okay. Can I open the fridge? Then take a nap. Alright, there's the symbol again there.
Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
Yeah. A little deterred from the whole taxidermy situation. Oh, wash your hands like in here. Okay. So, is that what these symbols are kind of indicating, is like the presence of the code here? So it's like up, down. So wash your hands. Okay, I need to go look at the lock. I should have looked at the lock in the first place to see what it is that we're working with here. So it's based on the shapes, I see. Okay. Why am I not seeing? Oh, I see, I see, I see. So that one there. Then this one is pretty sure it was the hourglass, right?
Anderson! Hey, let's get back to work over here, can we?
Yeah, just chill out, man. So I think it's left up, right down, hourglass, right? Give me a quick second there, partner. All right, so yeah, left up, right down, hourglass, and then they said to take a nap. So, where would I take a nap? Left and, yeah, so pointing out. Let this be a warning to you, fellow trespassers. They say the lake is a caldera, something formed by an erupting volcano or the sinkholes it leaves in its wake. Alan Wake. But what if that's not true? What if it's something else, something less natural and much more man-made? Intentional? I'd say the lake's not formed, it's designed, and it has a purpose. The lake is a hiding place. Beneath the calm surface lies a secret machinery ready to be activated at the press of a button. And the people with the button, they're in that big house by the lake, preparing, I know it. First drawing, waterline. Real caldera is made from a volcano, lava. Second drawing, waterline, engineered structure, strange machines, question mark? All sounds like conspiracy theories to me. It's probably nothing, right? So that means if we come over here and take a look at our lock, we wait for the lock to load real quick. There we go. Beautiful. Don't take anything if you aren't one of the trees. Because I remember the stabby folks said we are the cult of the trees, right? But I will be taking everything, so there. Lovely. Alright, so it's a supply cache for the cultists. So, okay, so that, I mean, that certainly implies that the cultists were here first, and then the bird watchers slash nature watchers stumbled upon them. Any other clues around here?
Good to see you still in one piece, Anderson. The forest can be a dangerous place.
Sounds so ominous when he says that,
I'll
you
be
know?
back in a second.
Roger.
Just gonna check this out real quick. Is that locked? Yeah, I guess so. Alright. Anything here? Backside, nothing there. Check the end of this area as well. Again, not sure how far afield to go. In the interest of finding clues. Lake house, huh?
Hello, this is Agent Anderson and Agent Casey, FBI. We'd like to come in and ask a few questions pertaining to an investigation.
The station heads are not currently available. Access is restricted without their permission.
Nice talking to you, too.
That kind of sounded like, maybe I'm hearing things, but it kind of sounded like Langston, who was one of, like, the techs in Control. Okay, I feel like we're coming towards the end of our available clues. So let's see if we can
Welcome back, Anderson.
put a ribbon on this. All right, so what now? So what's my goal right now? There we go.
Any idea who the victim is?
Name is Nightingale. He was
Came to
FBI,
town
kept down about 13 years ago.
I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Robert Nightingale?
Oh,
Oh.
yes.
Florence Nightingale.
Oh, and sisters.
Huh. Okay, no ID, obviously. Okay, clues can be discovered by speaking to them as well as the environment.
So you knew our victim.
Didn't recognize him in his current state. I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
What happened after he got fired?
So what
Yeah.
happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
Yeah, everybody gets sucked into the dark place all at once, probably,
I think
right?
that's everything. For now, at least.
Yeah.
Anything
I agree.
clicking yet?
Not sure. Need to think about it.
Okay, so now what? I need to think about it. Got it. Literally. So the victim is right there. No one's heard from this guy in 13 years. Why surface now? Where's he been? Casey, a Nightingale went off the deep end. FBI fired him. So we want to put that on the victim. Yep. Deduction,
Nightingale,
victim ID'd.
Ex-FBI. Came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Former FBI agent, mental state questionable at the time of disappearance. Cooler and beer bottles left nearby. Staking out the spot, having a cold one while they waited for our victim. Tripod found near the body.
And for the murder to happen here. Passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him.
Yeah.
But why Nightingale?
See? I've got good instincts.
He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now? Jack's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
You can use profiling inside Saga's mind place to get inside the heads of suspects and victims. Using her intuition, Saga can discover new clues by profiling people of interest. Missing person, ritual murder.
Was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flip the switch. It goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. A Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something. Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake. Before his murder.
There we go. Yeah, so he went in 13 years ago with all those other people from the town and just now are re-emerging for unknown reasons. It's a cycle of some kind, I guess. Yeah. Boxes. Point of interest cases track objects and information that Saga has acquired to chart collection progress. Alright, so... Where do these go? Okay, all the way over here. So these are Cauldron Lake ones here. One there and one there. Beautiful. Okay, I think that would be it, right?
This mug always cheers me up.
Not the worst, Mom. You know, you take what you can get.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
All right, hope you're not a cultist. Hope we can trust you.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees got that big.
This is the ladle, right?
Creeps.
Hey, I
You
was
need
here
to get out
earlier.
more.
Just for the record, I did find
It
this
is kinda
tree
creepy,
first,
though.
partner. And the footprints. Have we here?
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
Oh, see, I wanted to read that earlier, too. Why can't I read it? Very... Huh. You know what? I bet you it's one of Alan Wake's story pages, right?
Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder. A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter.
Typewriter,
Old school.
uh-huh.
Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
the words.
These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us. I should
Okay.
profile Nightingale about this page.
So the manuscript... What are those? Oh, those are part of profiling. Okay, so let's just throw this on real quick.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Hide him. In his chest. I must find out what.
Okay. Things are starting to come together, so I'm assuming that we're gonna have to Oh, we have to continue to go here into the Mind Palace. Oh, here we go. The message. So this is the invitation from Alan Wake themselves, which they already sort of read to us, right? Okay. Got it. Well, I think this is a good stopping point here. The plot certainly thickens, and now that we know that our presence here is being written by Alan Wake himself, it means that at least we've got an ally on the other side. Having friends on the other side is important when you're dealing with strange paranormal events. But thanks so much for watching this first episode. I'm very much excited, sort of the slow burn. I know that this, will take a lot of exploring and reading and putting the pieces together. But that's how I feel like stories in games like this are best experienced, is through taking our time, not rushing it, and just letting the slow burn kind of envelop us, especially because of how atmospheric this game is so far. And I cannot wait to experience further episodes with you in the future. So thanks so much for watching once again. If you can drop a like, comment, all those things really help me know that people are enjoying this, and I love getting feedback as well. Thank you once again, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.